All right. I'm back and I'm pissed. Actually, I'm not really that pissed, but I'm actually in a pretty good mood. I've figured out how to get my mic to finally work. That's usually an issue of mine, always fighting with my own microphone, trying to make it work. But now that I finally went through all the effort of making it work, I couldn't sit here endlessly rambling into the abyss that is YouTube. Actually, I probably won't ramble endlessly. I'll probably just ramble for 10 or 20 minutes or however long I feel like doing it. But as the title suggests, Politics Today. Talking about politics. And of course, decided to pick a very appropriate and obligatory picture of Alex Jones because I think from some people's perspective, some of my views might sound kind of conspiracy theory-esque, maybe. I don't know. But I like to think that I have views that differ from most, differ from the mainstream a bit. Maybe not as much as Alex Jones's views do. I don't think I could ever aspire to be that brilliant, that smart, that perfect. Just, I'll never go full Alex. I think you guys can trust me there. Not gonna go full Alex anytime soon. But yeah, politics today. And I think we live in an interesting time. Some people are using the term the Great Reset. I see that term kind of floating around to describe the changing relations, the changing things. Has a lot to do with COVID. Has a lot to do with green energy and electric cars and not polluting and eating less meat and meatless burgers and bugs and pods and all that good stuff. All that fun stuff, right? Yeah, saving the environment through individual consumer choices, because that's a real thing. That'll actually happen. Yeah, that'll work out, guys. Yeah. Just eat less burgers and you'll save the planet. That's how that works. I think some people really fail to underestimate how their own beliefs and views are sometimes kind of used against them. Like with climate change, to some extent, I think that the powers that be see climate change as a profit opportunity, an opportunity to make lots of money. Tesla is a good example of that. Company that foresaw, with Elon Musk, that, hey, people might want electric cars. People might want to try to pollute a little less. And so that gives people that option. But in the end, I think it's just using people's most sacred beliefs and trying to, organize those beliefs against them, against their own interest, against their own benefits. So, just more of the same. Rich getting richer, and the rest of us getting poorer and having less and less. So that's great. That's wonderful, I think. No, it's not wonderful, honestly. It's terrible. It's sad. It's bad. Things are bad, guys. Things are pretty fucked. And the sad thing is, I think most people don't even realize how screwed things actually are. How terrible and awful things are. And I try to not be like that. I try to not be a doomsayer per se, but despite all of my optimism, sometimes I have a hard time seeing things any other way. So especially now that our country has a doddering old senile geriatric man as president. So that's gonna go good. It's gonna work out great, right? It's perfect, right? I think so. I think it's wonderful. Why wouldn't I think it's wonderful? Harm reduction. That was the big lie that people like to tell about Joe Biden, right? Harm reduction. Even though, by his own admission, nothing would fundamentally change. He said that. Those were his exact words. Nothing would fundamentally change. But people still passed off this lie of harm reduction. Isn't that wonderful? I mean, really, the reason people advocated that kind of bullshit was because it was a grift. Because they could make money advocating for the Democratic Party, for Joe Biden. They could make money doing that. And they did make money. Selling people sweet nothings, earning little Patreon bucks, telling people to vote for a piece of shit that doesn't have their best interests at heart. Isn't that lovely? I think it's lovely. I think it's nice. I think it's great that we live in a world filled with people who advocate explicitly against the interest of most of us because they can make a buck doing so in the process.